Hi everybody, I am Belinda from Just Be Yoga here in Lansing, Michigan. We have been donation-based for the last 10 years, and we are thrilled to have the opportunity to be able to share practice of mindfulness and connection in body and breath in these rather uncertain and frightening times. I hope that this comes through well enough in giving this live stream a go. So today, as you can notice, we're at the yoga studio, and so for anybody who's been here and they missed it, here it is. I really felt like the yellow wall was a little too bright and a little bit much. We might be joined a little later by Karma. She's sleeping, but she may decide to come and hang out with us for a little bit in our flow. Take your time. Never feel like you have to do everything that I am doing. I hope to make this practice accessible, as well as centering and uniting inside of your body and spirit for you. I know that I practiced a little bit earlier, and I really needed to do my check-in. Right? For me, that yoga practice is my check-in, that asana practice. And my bones and my flesh and my joints get to tell me how they're wearing the stress of late. So I am honored, and this is for Lizzie, who requested something for upper back tension and neck tension. I wonder why we're feeling tension. Okay, so feel free to pull out your mat. Just turn off the screen if you want and just listen. And if you need or want, maybe get a strap. And I've got blocks and bolsters. If we need them, we can use them. If you're hearing anything in the background, I have Jeremy Arndt playing the halo or the hong. He has graced the studio many times live, and we have permission to be able to share his music with you all. So look him up, Jeremy Arndt, A-R-N-D-T. All right, we're going to start in a comfortable child's posture, so your knees can be together or apart. And I'm going to start in my child's pose or balasana, bringing my head down. Now, if you don't enjoy that or something is really uncomfortable here, you can rest with your chin resting on your hands or on your forehead. See if you can do your check-in here. Do your check-in and feel how the body is accepting your weight onto the mat. Are you fully trusting and letting it go? Fill up the belly with your breath. Feel your body expanding to receive that breath. Why don't we walk the arms as far over to the right as is comfortable. I like to bring one hand on top of the other and get a gentle twist here. I'm checking in right now to see if I can let my neck go and let the weight of my head hang from the bones in my neck. Feel the weight that I've been carrying up there. And then take your time when you're ready to move over to the other side. Now you can start to find that audible ujjayi breath. Or you can just be aware of your breath and let it be gentle. Everything doesn't have to need fire. We'll gradually come on up to our hands and knees. If your wrists are sensitive, you can make a fist and rest on your knuckles. If any of you have gotten any yoga eggs, sometimes that takes some pressure out of the wrists. Let's find a few cat and cows, really paying attention to the neck. And we'll drop the belly down, lift the gaze, really tilt the tailbone back. Exhaling, rounding the spine, really press that upper back up toward the ceiling. Breathing with your movement. We're here to explore and feel, not to catch up with anything. Why don't we try to catch up with ourselves? Soften your neck, soften your jaw. A few more if you like. And we'll find a neutral space. Let's see if we can pull that left hip toward the right hip, curving the side of our body. Drop the head down. And then pull the right hip toward the left, right hip toward right shoulder. Embrace all of the imperfections. And let's find the other side. And the other side. Back and forth. Feeling the side of us. Can you let your head go? There's nothing for you to look at that's outside of us. Everything is within. And then let's find a neutral space and a few neck rotations. Breathing. Feeling our arms and our legs supporting us. Now see if you can combine the cat and cow with the neck. So when you lift the gaze, you drop the belly down. When you drop the head down, you push the spine up. Let it be as imperfect as possible, but we're just going to gyrate in our spine. Breathing sensual. Change your direction when you're ready. Nice. Let's root through one arm. I'm going to press my right arm down and twist my left arm open. I'm going to keep the gaze down so as not to stress my neck. Working on opening my chest, opening the heart space, pressing firm in that right arm, thanking it for its strength and support, and then thread the needle, bringing the back of that left shoulder blade onto the floor or the mat. Left side of our cheek is resting. Maybe that right hand or arm comes behind you. You can always give yourself a massage with your hands, telling yourself that you love yourself, that you deserve this love, this moment of connection, regrouping, restoration. We'll bring that right arm out from under us. Maybe a few cat and cows. Reset. Feel how the spine feels now. Perhaps a few barrel rolls. That feels good for me right now. And we'll reset and root into the left arm. Revolving the chest open. Breath in, breath out. You could always play with a few pelvic tilts here. Okay, gaze is down. And we'll thread the needle on this side. Bringing the right cheek down, left arm forward, sinking in those hips. Breathing in between those shoulder blades. You are safe, you are held. Perhaps bringing that left arm behind your back. Fill up your belly with breath. And we'll bring that left arm out from under us. Ease that right arm out. We'll lengthen the left leg back, plant the toes down and press back against the heel. Stretch out the back of your calf. And let's step this left foot up. You could grab a block to give yourselves a little bit of support and stability, and we'll straighten the right leg, sink into the hips and pull the chest up. Breath, shoulders down. Maybe work the next side to side. We'll bring that right knee down. Step that left knee back, and we'll step the right foot up. If you don't need a block, go ahead and move it. And we'll tuck the back toes and straighten the back leg. Sink into it. Don't worry about how straight that back leg is. Keep that front knee over your heel just to protect the ligaments in your knee. Pushing that left heel back off of the heart with ease. Maybe squeeze those inner thighs, wake up the pelvis. And then we'll bring that knee down, step the right knee back. We'll bring the palms down, shoulder width apart. And we'll tuck our toes under. Lift our hips, drop the head down for downward facing dog. Work those upper arms a bit, see where the tension is in those armpits. Turning your head left and right. Seeing if the muscles in your neck are willing to let go. Tilt the tailbone up and down. We'll bring those knees down. Let's step the right foot up. And we'll start to wiggle that right leg over, bringing that right knee down. Some of you may want to use a block. Bring that under your right butt. Maybe you prefer to use a pillow so that you can sit upright. If you don't need it and your butt makes it to the floor, go ahead. This back leg could also come up instead. We'll invite a twist. Shoulders down. Breath. Come around and let's twist in the opposite direction. Chest is up. Maybe lifting and tucking the chin. And then let's come forward. So if you need something to lie on for support, if you don't want this leg bent, you could have it straight back behind you. Now you may be thinking, I thought we were going to work on our upper back, tension in our neck. Everything is connected. We're often clenching down below in all of our sensory areas, highly sensitive. to protect our heart, to protect what we're hearing and saying. They're all connected. So feel your hips. Maybe do a few gentle pelvic tilts while we're here. And then let's gradually bring ourselves up. Go ahead and move your props out of the way. And then let's come up, bring that knee back. And if you can rest sitting back on your heels, go ahead and do so. Some of you may prefer to have a pillow back behind you to sit on. We'll tilt the right ear toward the right shoulder. Perhaps you bring that right hand up by the left ear. Now try not to pull or tug with that arm and see if this left arm can rest. Maybe you bring this left hand behind you. Breath in. Breath out. Let it ease out of there. Don't try to force anything out of that neck. Let's learn to have a conversation and listen. If we're hearing a scream in there, what is that scream about? Can you back off of it? Are we willing to listen to it? And then let's release, relaxing that right arm, bringing the chin down, and then over to the left, taking our time, bringing the left hand up by the right ear, let this right arm fall. Breath. You don't want to force your way into an area of the body that is already complaining, crying, aching. Let's treat it with kindness, taking our time, feeling our way. Maybe let this right arm angle, maybe bring it behind your back. Breath in. Breath out. We'll release that right arm, gently release the left arm, and let the chin roll down, and then gentle neck rotations. Feeling movement enter into a static space, what had been static. Change direction. We'll come to a neutral space, taking this right arm across us. You can hook under the shoulder. Maybe you hook under by bending the elbow. Breath in, sitting up, exhale, twist, and feel that underneath of that right shoulder blade, underneath of all of the bones and the clavicle, feeling that stretch behind that arm, force nothing. Breath intentional, breath is kind. And then let's release, a few shoulder rotations. We'll come around to the other side. Breath in, shoulder down, exhale, revolve. What is the body trying to tell us about what it can't carry anymore? What it can't carry in the way in which we've been asking it to carry it? Are we willing to change? Are we willing to adjust something? Life is going to keep happening. Can we adjust how we carry the load, how we walk on the earth, even as it shifts? Let's bring the hands behind our back, maybe holding a strap instead. Rolling the shoulders up, back, and down, wrists down, off of the chest. Pull the shoulder blades together and see if you can ask your solar plexus to lift you. Lifting and tucking the chin, feeling the neck, and then we'll eventually come forward, maybe bringing those arms with you. Now listen to what the shoulders are saying. And if the shoulders are not liking this, back off. Try not to make your practice be punishment. Fullness of breath. We'll let the strap go when you're ready. And then we'll bring ourselves up. We'll set the bolster aside or pillow aside if you were using it. Coming back to our hands and knees, maybe finding support for those wrists. Wake up the spine and use this as a check-in. How is the body feeling? Work the pelvis, work the mid-back, upper back, let it talk. We'll talk the toes, lift the hips downward facing dog. Deep breath. Side out. Shrug the shoulders and let it go. Shrug the shoulders, see if you can slide in and let it go a little bit more. Pressing those heels back. Lifting the tailbone, maybe rock up and down on the tippy toes. Spread the toes. And we'll bring the right knee down. Stepping our left foot up. And starting to wiggle that foot over. Yet again, if you want to put something underneath of that left butt cheek, go ahead. Right leg can be lengthened back, coming into our pigeon, our Ekapadaraja Kapotasana. And then as I showed on the other side, if you would like to have that knee up instead, just really isolating here in that left hip, fine. Or we combo it and we lengthen the psoas on the right side. And the front of those hip flexors. Lifting up, I'm going to lengthen on this side rather than have it bent like I had on the other side. And a twist here. Lifting, breathing, not forcing. Acceptance. What does acceptance feel like here? How are we practicing it? How are we wearing it? Breath in, breath out. And we'll make our way to the other side, twisting, revolving, breath. And we'll release and lengthen ourselves forward. And accept this side. This side is definitely the side that loves to sit down for a minute and say, now, let me tell you something. And it's really telling me, I really tighten on this side. I clench and I brace against things on this side. And I'm just inviting a little bit of equilibrium to say I don't need to clench just so much on this side for now. Let everything be for now. And the future isn't promised. The next breath isn't promised. All we can do is breathe and be in this now. reality we were at the studio. That's the train. We'll bring ourselves upright, and we'll bring the legs around out in front of us. Let's go ahead and bring those legs out in front of us, legs maybe as wide as the mat. Perhaps you'd like to start to bring them in. That's going to be a little more tense under these hamstrings. You could also always put a pillow underneath of these knees. Okay? And let's just sit upright and let the upper body go. And really just ride the waves of breath. Soften your low back with every exhale. Soften your upper hamstrings with every exhale. Shoulders pull them away. Maybe work the neck up and down. Maybe twisting. Maybe rotating. And we'll bring the spine back up. We'll bring those legs in together. And step the right foot across the left. Now, depending on the size of our thigh, that foot might need to be a little further down. Sometimes we may even need a little bit of a prop here, okay? Just depends on how much flesh we need to navigate around so that we're still finding a nice alignment, a rooted alignment, all right? Use your props. Use what's available so that we can find ease and steadiness wherever we are. We'll wrap this left arm around this right knee, right hand behind this breath, and exhale, revolve. Now, if you're wanting to bring this elbow outside of that knee, it's going to give you leverage to be able to twist more in the low spine. But don't let that have you encourage tension in those shoulders. Let's see if we can be settled and rooted in those shoulders and ask for the space in our belly. Breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. And then let's gently release. Let's see about bringing this heel up toward our hip bone. Just going to really depend on what's going on with that knee. That could be an angle that this knee doesn't like. And if it doesn't, just go ahead and bring the sole of that foot up against the inner thigh. But if you're wanting to explore this, well, aim this knee down. Just hold that foot. Flex the left leg, flex the toes, contract the muscles in the left leg. Sitting upright, shoulders down, coming forward. Breath in. Breath out, pull the shoulders away. And then let's bring it back up. Start to notice how much tension we're still holding in the bottom of the body as our ground has shifted, as what gives us rooted security has changed, right? Every day it feels like what we knew is different, and that's very unsettling, and we hold that in our bottom body. All right, let's lift, breath in, maybe use a strap, come forward. Breath in, breath out. Let the neck go. Let the neck go. You could always bring a pillow here and lie down here. Letting go. We'll bring ourselves upright. And we'll get ready for the other side. I told you guys karma would visit us, so we're timing breathing is now. Hi, baby. And we're going to step the left foot across. And we're going to tell karma, thank you for a good karmic return. Now go lay down. All right. We'll sit upright, wrapping this right arm around that left knee. Remember, you can have that foot further down or up above, okay? Don't feel like you have to smash yourself in, all right? Let's get comfortable, move our fleshy bits. Breath in, breath out, and revolve. Breathe in, breathe out. While you're here, maybe play with a few pelvic tilts. Maybe play with squeezing the inner thighs, shoulders down. Twist. Good, and then we'll release. We'll see you on this other side. Once again, if you would prefer to bring the sole of that foot up against this thigh, go ahead. Or if you want to explore to this side, we can see about bringing this heel. I'm going to turn in this direction, bringing this heel up toward this hip bone. And then we'll see what we're noticing along in that hip, the side of that thigh, maybe a twist. And then we'll bring the heart space forward. Where's the peace that we can find inside of shaky spaces? The comfort in new levels of discomfort. Doesn't mean it's intolerable, it's just new. How do we respond? How do we react when we confront new discomfort? Physically. Do we flinch? Do we jump? Do we frown? Do we look at it with curiosity? Do we invite it? And we'll bring the bottoms of both feet together. Holding on maybe to the shins, ankles, maybe under the feet, pressing the inner thighs open, tilt the tailbone back. Offer the rib cage, shoulders soft, lengthening the neck upright. Feel the neck space while lifting it. Imagine that your head and your neck are like the head and the neck of a turtle, lengthening up and out of its shell. Could it grow any taller? And then how are the muscles in the back of the neck and in between the shoulder blades responding? Do we notice the left side or the right side more, the back side or the left side more, or the side? Get to know. Gentle neck rotations. Now don't strain with those arms. Let it be. Whatever is going to be, let it be. Change direction. Good. Let's breathe that in. Exhale, take it forward. Maybe walk those arms out. How much can we sag and droop in that upper body? Trust that we can let it go. For now, for this moment, we can let it go. And let's bring that spine back up. before we come down, we're going to do a child's pose once again. And as we sink it back, explore lengthening. And then we'll bend the elbows and bring the prayer hands behind our head and let our head go. See if we can find 3 to 5 calming, soothing breaths. Fill up your armpits with breath. If you have a block, it could even be a chair. You could use the side of your dining room table if you prefer. It's about bringing those elbows to that space and leaning back with buttocks and the hips. And see about letting that head fall a little deeper. Breath in, breath out. Send a soft thought to the muscles in between your shoulder blades. Intend softness for yourself. Tell yourself you deserve it and that it's okay to feel it right now. Maybe use your hands and give yourselves a massage. Let's bring ourselves upright. Come on around to lying down. Let's make sure that we have our block nearby. And maybe a strap. Move that over here. And gradually bring ourselves down. I'm actually really glad Liz brought this up. I've been having a bit of tension in my upper back as well, in between the shoulder blades. For me, it's directly in between the shoulder blades. And then let's bring that right arm across. And just hold it, gently hold it. Let your hips sink heavy. Soften your neck. Enable the breath. Your knees could be bent or your legs could be straight. And then let's release and come on over to the other side. Holding this arm across. A gentle stroking. Deliberately let your hips feel heavy. Unclench your buttocks, relax your jaw and your neck. Let's lengthen a deep breath. Exhale, bring the knees in. Cradle either on top or behind the knees. Pulling the forehead up. And bring the spine down. Gentle rocking. Let's straighten the right, like hugging the left knee in. Feel your head resting on the floor, both shoulder blades resting on the floor. Breath. And then we'll straighten this leg and walk it as close to us as we can. Shoulders are soft. Let them just sink into the mat. All there is the breath. Follow it in, follow it out. When you think you've let your shoulders go, let them go a little bit more. And we'll bend this left knee and find our spinal twist starting to roll over onto that right hip, letting that knee fall wherever it may. Maybe you let the knee fall onto a block. That left arm could lengthen, lift the head, turn it to the left. You could always bring a pillow under this left shoulder if you prefer. Fill up the belly with breath. Now lift your head, pull it up toward the top of the mat and rest it. I think I'm about to receive a karma kiss. Oh no, I'm so Venus to think she's coming to me. I think I'm in water. Oh, she did come to me. Hi, baby. Okay, go lay down. Let's bring that knee back up. Lengthen it. Root into our forearms, propping ourselves up. Lift the chest, drop the head back. Just let your head hang. Sag in the shoulders and see if you can just let your head hang. We'll tug the chin in, lay the chest down, lengthen breath in. Exhale, bring the knees in. And then we'll let the head rest, lengthen that left leg, hugging that right knee into the chest. We'll straighten that leg, walking the hands up as high as they will go, and then just invite that leg to you. Let go of the muscles in the back of that leg. Tell the shoulders it's okay, they don't have to shrug, they don't have to force. This right knee in toward the chest. Perhaps you need your block on this side. And we'll let this knee fall over. Lengthening the right arm. Lifting your head, turning it to the right. Maybe without the knee, without the block of the knee. Breathe into that low back. Invite ease and heaviness into that upper body. It doesn't have to carry all the load. Right now we can let it all go. We don't have to hold it right now. And if you insist, we can pick it back up when we're done with our practice. rocking and rolling, pressing the spine into the floor. A happy baby, maybe lifting the head, tucking the chin down, pulling the heels, pulling the tailbone up, and release. Maybe we'll rock it a few times. And then we'll straighten the heels out, soften the shoulders, soften the neck. Drive the heels out. And we'll bring the inner thighs in together. We'll bring the feet down, separate the feet a few inches apart, a little bit of space in between the inner thighs. We'll reach the arms overhead. We'll press down through the feet, lift the hips, and let the weight sink into the backs of the shoulders. You don't have to get super heavy into these hips. Now, if you really do want to, go ahead. Let's see how much you can allow the upper back and neck to accept this weight bearing. Maybe lift the chin, hold and breathe. Unclench the buttocks. Maybe shift side to side. You could always bring the arms up and give yourselves a hug here, rocking a little bit of a massage. Breath. Lower those hips down. Rest the arms down alongside waist. Lengthen the legs. Adjust the shoulders for comfort. Head for comfort. Bring the hands behind the head. Tuck the chin in. And let the weight of the head fall backwards into the arms while the arms are pulling up. A little bit of resistance. Full breath. Maybe lift a little higher. Pushing the head back against the arms, pulling up against the head. Relax your buttocks. Breath in. Breath out as we slowly lower that head down. Walk the feet in. Roll it over onto our side. And bring ourselves upright. This has truly been an honor to be able to share my practice with you. And I hope that you are sharing your practice with me. Thank you for letting me share all of the imperfection of my practice in this moment today. And I hope to see you all again soon, maybe in person, maybe in this manner. We are all connected, so we're never disconnected. Just one other moment of thought and something to share before we close. Many of us are even more engaged with one another right now with digital media, whether it's that we're looking down at a phone or we're looking down at a screen. We are tilting ourselves quite often So we're carrying a lot of tension in this upper back and neck through this motion, okay? From long periods of time with our neck and our head tilted in awkward ways. Also, all of this electronic media, all of this glowing media is a huge overstimulation of light amplitude into our visual field, into our third eye. So please take into account how this is affecting all of your energy up here, right? Our psychic energy, our mental energy, and our physical energy. Take care of your house, disconnect. The world isn't going to go away. I know it feels like, oh, we're going to miss something big that's going to say, okay, this is over. Or maybe we're going to miss something. It's going to let us know perhaps a new level of uncertainty. Breathe. Let it go for a moment. Trust that your inner circle and those who love you, they're going to reach out to you and let you know you're not going to miss it. And give yourself an hour, 2 hours, a day to disconnect, if you can. I know it is a huge luxury for many of us that we don't have. Some of us are working double time, triple time, and for that I thank you. I thank you for all that you're doing to help us as beings in society continue to be together and move in ways that we've become accustomed to. Be kind to one another, love one another, check in on one another. Okay? Om, Hom. Amen. Ashe. Namaste.